world-class top software company laid off around 12,000 people in India. On fine day, they all came and opened their mailbox. They saw they have a termination mail. Many people, what they do is they try to live their life to the fullest, to the king size by borrowing funds. This buy now, pay later, you feel it is free today, but you have to pay for it tomorrow. Markets reward patience. When you are patient, when you show patience in a volatile market, that's when you are rewarded. I would say never fund your luxury with a loan. When you feel like buying something, pause for 24 hours and wait for 24 hours, sleep over it. Then the urge of buying that product dies off. Believe me, if you stick to this financial discipline, financial consistency, you will be at financial freedom by the age of 45. Hello all, namaste. Welcome to this one more episode of Financial Podcast by Rupeezy Partners. I am Ravi Kumar, a mutual fund advisor and a ARN certified by SEBI. I have Miss Swathika with me, who is my client and would like to discuss about her investment journey as well as concerns with regard to investments. I request now Swathika to kindly introduce herself to the audience of Rupeezy Partner.
Hi, sir. Hi, everybody. So, my name is Swathika Baiju. I'm currently 22-year-old. So, I do have a few questions prepared to ask, sir, about my financial journey and my goal being to be financially stable by the age of 30. Like, to get to the questions, I do work for a 9 to 5 job. So, there's a certain amount of money I can save after my bills are paid and everything. But I'm still curious on how much money should I ideally be saving to get to this goal of mine.
Okay, Swatika, with regard to your question, how much money you can save, since age and time is on your side, which is one of the biggest asset because compounding plays a very big role here. So you can invest a substantial amount from your investment into from your income into investments. But before that, I would like you to put your income into a bucket, 3 buckets, like need bucket, investment bucket, and a want bucket. Now divide your investments in these 3 buckets. Need is something which is non-negotiable, where you will be we will have to pay your rentals, you will have to pay your grocery bills, you will have to pay utility bills, travel costs and office. All this comes under a need bucket. And your investment bucket is what you can put aside, two investments after your need you can put aside, that is investment. That should be the maximum part of your salary after your need. And want is something which you wanted, you have to take care of yourself, you also wanted to enjoy, so you should put other amount, a portion of your monthly earnings into your want bucket. So this is how you divide your income. In my opinion, you should put 30% in your need bucket, 40% in your investment bucket, and 30% again in your want bucket. This is how I would like you to divide your investment income, so that your future self is taken care.
So, now that the money, how much money I should be putting is clear, but it's also very confusing on where to put the money per se, because there's a lot of there are a lot of opinions by a lot of people, right? Should I be putting my money on FT or insurance or mutual funds? So, for somebody like me, and like I told you, what would be the ideal way to start with?
See, before Swatika, before you decide on where to invest upon, there are certain things which you should do, which are non-negotiable, like plugging your risk. See, you cannot build a house on with a weak foundation. Similarly, you cannot build a wealth with a without a protection. And here, the protection which I am talking about is a life insurance in the form of a term plan, a health insurance, and an emergency fund. These three are something which is primary before you start your mutual fund investment journey. Life insurance to take care of your family, your dependents, in case of anything happens. They should not find difficulties in their living. They should be financially free. That will take care. And the life insurance, basically, I advise only term plan, no endowment plan, no ULIP plan, or no other money back plan. Basically, plain term plan. Take a term plan. A 1 crore of term plan will, at your age, would hardly cost you around 10 to 15,000 per annum. This is one thing which you should take. Health insurance, you should take a health insurance, so that any kind of emergencies come in, it should not pinch your pockets. You should not borrow funds, or you should not break your investments. So you should have a health insurance plan. And believe me, the health insurance inflation is around 14% now, 14 to 15%. So this is a big cost. So you should be protected in terms of health insurance. You should take up family floater where you can involve your family also in that floater policy, and you take at least 15 lakhs of health insurance cover. Third comes emergency fund. Emergency fund is you should have a minimum of 3 to 6 months of your monthly expenses in the emergency fund, where this emergency fund will act like a safety net for you in case of there is a layoff, in case of then any family emergency coming in case of any other breakdown happening. So these funds will help you to take care of that. You will not have to depend on your investment bucket and withdraw that. What I mean to say, you don't have to break that investment. So this will give you some free. I mean, then after once all these three things are done, then you're ready for your investment journey.
Okay.
Here I would say age and time on your side, you should go into a mutual fund route.
Okay.
And regular mutual fund route, you should, as I told, the 40% should be 40% investment, at least 30% should be into a mutual fund route. In that 40% of the income, 30% should be into mutual fund route. Reason why mutual fund at your age, I'm telling, and not about FDs or any other deposit, because FDs are hardly beating inflation. They are not giving you any returns, and equity is very volatile. At your age, it'll scare you and it'll keep you away from the actual market. So mutual funds is something which is a good route to invest because it is professionally managed by the professionals, and it also is equally rewarding as equity,
Hmm.
a little less riskier, and it helps you in compounding your wealth. So this is how you should look at it. The
Okay.
first thing is life insurance, second thing is health insurance, and third thing is emergency fund. These three things are must before you start your investment journey, saving money for these three
Okay.
things. This is how you should do it.
But markets are volatile generally as well. So, like me personally, I seem to get really nervous when the markets are dipping or like is low. So, at that point of time, should I be keeping my investment there or taking my money out? What is the ideal way to go about it?
See, one thing is, once again, I'll say the biggest advantage you have is age and time. Here, you don't have to do anything. You just do nothing. Just continue your investment because markets reward patience. When you are patient, when you show patience in a volatile market, that's when you are rewarded.
Hmm.
And it is better you continue your investment without thinking of any other things because nothing has changed for you. Your goal is same.
Yeah.
You might have a goal of 30 years financial freedom. You might have a goal of say house at a certain age. You might have a goal of certain things. That nothing has changed because of this market volatility. It is still the same. Right? What has changed is the noise.
Hmm.
Market volatility. Nice. Just keep yourself shielded with this noise and continue your investment the same way it is.
Hmm.
Just that's it. You have to continue your investments.
Okay. So I do have an immediate plan, or like I'm just thinking about it. So I figured it could be nice to ask you about it. I was thinking of taking a vehicle loan as an immediate plan. So for somebody like me, do you think it's a good idea?
See, there are two aspects to it. Whether you're taking a vehicle loan to fund your luxury, to take care of your luxury, or is it a necessity? For me, I would say never fund your luxury with a loan.
Hmm.
If it is a necessity, go for it. How you bracket it as a luxury and a necessity
Okay.
is luxury like you want to have the comfort of a car, you want to have all these things, then it is a luxury. If it is a necessity where you're traveling, you don't have a public very good public transport where you cannot reach to the office on a time, and you always have to take cabs or you always have to take taxis, which is actually pinching on your pocket. In that case, I would say then you should go for a loan and take a car loan. Now it is up to you how do you put this, either a luxury or a need. If it is a luxury, I would say no, wait for it, save for it, and then buy for
Okay.
it. Go for it. Not
Okay.
uh, and if it is a need, then go for it and take a loan and then buy the car.
Okay. So does that mean I should be free of debt my whole life? As in, I should be living for now as well. And how can I manage those things? Does that mean I shouldn't be taking loans at all?
Depends. Now, again, here again, you have to understand what kind of loans you're borrowing. Suppose you're taking a personal loan. Personal loan today comes at around 15% rate of interest. Suppose you have a credit card loans, which is running at a 36%. These loans are strict no because any kind of investments, equity, mutual funds, any kind of investments, sometimes occasionally they can outperform them, but consistently they will not be able to outperform them by around 30%,
Hmm.
36%. So in that cases, I would say no. Now you have to evaluate the cost of my loan and the cost of my investment. If your investment is, if you are able to earn around 12% to 15% of investment and your cost of loan is say 8%, then I would say loan go for a loan and take that loan, because you're still saving around 5% by putting your money directly to buy that particular
Okay.
asset. You're still saving 5% by not putting that money there. Instead, you've taken a loan and you're saving that 5%, you're putting into a investment product where it is giving a higher revenue, higher interest, higher income, higher compounding it is giving. So you have to bracket it. You have to understand what kind of a loan you're taking. If it is buying a house, or if it is for upskilling yourselves, where you are able to, by upskilling yourselves, you are able to put money into your pocket. By buying a house, you're able to save a rent and the house appreciates over a period of time. In that case, yes. But in case of vacations, holidays, or credit cards, personal loans, I would say no.
Okay. So talking about me, though I'm a very impulsive person, like in terms of expenses as well. So when that urge kicks in, what would be an ideal thing to do?
See, it is common in today's world. It is very common where people are very impulsive in their purchases, and the world is also designed the same way, where world is pushing you to be very impulsive and buy those things. Now, in this case, we have to have some kind of controls. When you feel like buying something, pause for 24 hours, sleep over it, and when you still feel after that you have to buy it, then you buy it, go and buy it. If you don't, many a times what happens is, once you pause for 24 hours and wait for 24 hours, sleep over it, then the urge of buying that product, or that particular urge of buying that purchase is product dies off, and you save that money. That is first thing you should do. Now, many people's are there are so many e-commerce sites which says buy now pay later, buy now pay later. Now, as I told you, the whole world is designed in a way where it is pushing you to buy, where it is coming, it is trying to capture your mind space and it is pushing you to buy. So what happens is, this buy now pay later, you feel it is free today, but you have to pay for it tomorrow. It is a future pain in present comforts. It is a future. I mean, the pain is for future, but the presently it is comfortable because you bought that. That is a momentary thing, but that particular future pain is going to last for that time. So you have to understand that. So resist from buy now pay later, resist from e-commerce by pausing for a moment, understanding whether it is really needed or not. And second thing is, and the third thing is, I would say again, here also you bracket your thing, whether this is a want or a need. If it is a need, you buy it. If it is a want, pause for a moment, think about it, whether this purchase, can I buy it from a want bucket? If I'm able to buy it from a want bucket, i've I've actually divided my income. You have actually divided your income into three buckets, and there is certain portion of funds lying in each bucket. One bucket mein there is certain portion of funds which is already there. Whether that one bucket mein the investments which the funds which you parked your funds in your one bucket is able to take care of this particular impulsive buy, then go for it. If not, then wait for it, create a wish list, save for it, and then go for it. And what has happened is, today's world, with everything available at our disposal, everything is like at a click of a mouse. You just click, you get our deliveries coming in. There is so much of impatience which has come in. There's People are not ready to wait. People are so impatient. They want to see the rewards. They want to see the gratifications immediately. And this is one of the primary reason where people are not seeing wealth generation happening, because by saving funds aside for a long term, you're paying your future self salary. Because in today's world, everything is funded. You have a personal loan, you have a vehicle loan, you have a housing loan, you take, you name it, you have it. But you don't have a loan for your retirement. Retirement has to be taken care by ourselves. And that is something which nobody funds today. Because nobody would like to fund a person who doesn't earn anything. At retirement, nobody earns. You have to take care of yourself. And believe me, in today's world, in say 70 years of life, 20 years of life is gone in studying, 30 years of life is earning, another 30, 40 years of his life is savings. I mean, dependency. So your dependent life is around 50 years, almost 50 to 60 years, and only short term. And today's, also one more thing is, today you're not sure you're working for 30, unless in our olden days where people used to work for 34, 35 years, you become obsolete with things becoming so disruptive nowadays. 15 years or 20 years is probably the only time you have to make, to take care of this retirement.
Hmm. Yes.
You might be, there can be layoff happening anytime. Recently, one of the premier company, software company, world class top software company, laid off around 12,000 people in India. On fine day, they all came and opened their mailbox. They saw they have a termination mail. It happened. So in that situation, are you ready for that kind of a situation? People don't understand the long term. People, even if they understand, they are not ready to do that. They are looking at today's results, today's gratification. If unless until we think about future, take care of, we will not be, we will find difficulty in taking care of a future self. Many people, what they do is they try to live their life to the fullest, to the king size, by borrowing funds. They live only 5 years of life. Remaining 50 years of life is paying that king size life only. I mean, whatever money they borrowed, they will be paying, and indirectly they are working for the remaining 30, 35 years of life. They will be working like a slave in that. They have to work. They are not at financial freedom. They are very anxious. They are very tense. It shows they are very stressed. It shows on their face. It is, I would appreciate, I really appreciate you for having coming to me at this early age of your life and thinking about financial planning. Believe me, if you stick to this financial discipline, financial consistency, you will be at financial freedom by the age of 45. You will be having your financial freedom at the age of 45, and this financial freedom will also give you certain amount of confidence which nobody talks about, which will be reflecting at your workplace also.
Hmm.
With this, I would say you should invest, and I think I have been able to clarify many of your doubts, and maybe many of the doubts, maybe what Swatika has is maybe doubts of many of my our audiences also, and that is also addressed. And I would request audiences, if you have any more doubts, please write it to us, and we will see if we can address them in the future podcasts. With this, I thank you, Swatika, for coming to me, and Rupeezy Partner for giving me this platform to address. I would request all the audiences of Rupeezy to kindly comment, like, and subscribe to the Rupeezy Partner channel, where we will be coming with this kind of financial educational programs in future also, and you will be the first person to receive this once you subscribe. Thank you. Thank
Thank
you
you.
all.